returns, call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
Pure water. What could be better than the gift of health for your loved ones? And who better to help you give the gift this holiday season than BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com? If those on your gift list are drinking or bathing in unfiltered city or well water, chances are that water is contaminated with rust, bacteria, chlorine, and fluoride. For just pennies a day, Berkey Water Filters remove dangerous contaminants from both well and city water, is powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water, and is great for camping and emergencies. Right now, GCN listeners get 5% off all ceramic filter systems and free shipping on orders over $50. Purchase any filter system from BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com to get your choice of Berkey Sport bottles, a KDF shower filter, a set of fluoride filters, or the new Sight Glass spigot, absolutely free. Visit BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com or call 877-99-BERKEY today. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY. Give the gift of health at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com today.
No matter how hard you try, you can't stop us now.
It's available at Infowars.com, the deliberate dumbing down of America. It is full of graphics, photos, documents. You want the total proof, 100% proof of the scientific takeover of education. Charlotte, if I'm correct, it goes back to, what, Germany 200 years ago? In Prussia, kindergarten, they wanted people to regurgitate info, not to actually be taught a classical education of how to think and to learn the love of thought, but to be drones so that they could decide what slot in life you would fill. They wanted Hessian soldiers who would sacrifice themselves in war unquestioningly. So you're at the Department of Education. You start discovering these horrors. You have all the quotes in your book from them about how the family's a disease. They've got to get rid of it. I mean, this is literally the Borg takeover. Please continue.
Well, yes, the family and the country, nationality, any child who comes to school who believes in family and country and patriotism and et cetera is mentally ill. We have all these quotes. But there's a very good quote, because what we're really looking at, and of course they have to change the values, completely destroy any values that children have, religious or towards their country and all, and that's been sort of done, in case we wonder what's going on out in the street there with these sad-looking children and dropping out of school and all. That has been done. Now it's the refreezing, what you would call it, and the goal has been reached. And I just want to read, this is a new quote, Alex, that I found the other day. I give credit to a wonderful researcher who passed away recently, I guess, Jean Patton from Indiana. Brilliant. She was very good on English literature and all, and she wrote a little booklet. I can't remember the name of it right now, but this quote is in it, and it is from Woodrow Wilson. It's very important. This is when he was president of Princeton University, and addressed to the Federation of High School Teachers. And the quote was published in Consumer Advocates in the Classroom by Jean Patton, okay? Now, listen to this. It's better even than the Gates quote, the Rockefeller one, the Southern Education Board, where they talked about, with the minorities and all, just we don't need doctors, lawyers, professors, et cetera, all of that. We just want to, have the happy down on the farm, huh? But this is even better. Here we go. This is Woodrow Wilson. This is before he was president. Quote, we want one class of persons to have a liberal education, and we want another class of persons, a very much larger class of necessity in every society, to forego the privilege of a liberal education and fit themselves to perform specific, difficult manual tasks, end quote.
Wow.
That is dynamite. Now, that, folks, is exactly what's going in now. And let me point out to you, I had no idea when I got into the U.S. Department of Ed. I was a great fan of Ronald Reagan's, was, in quotes, huh? And when I got in there, I had no idea I was going to find this. I didn't know anything about school to work. I knew everything, I believe, about values clarification. I had even gone through Sidney Simon's values clarification, because I don't believe in talking about anything or writing about anything unless you've been through it. So I knew that the major goal in the 60s and 70s and into the 80s was to destroy our children's moral values. But I had no idea until I got into the Department of Ed, and Ronald Reagan promised to get rid of it, and he didn't on purpose. And if people think it was a mistake, it wasn't. He was not what people think. Anyway, I got in there and I started seeing all these things that led me to believe that they were focusing on workforce training. And then I got a hold of the Project BEST, Better Education Skills Through Technology, which is the computer curriculum, which is total Skinner, because Skinner said the computer was his box. And B.F. Skinner is the one who said I could make a pigeon, your child, a high achiever, by reinforcing it on a proper schedule. And the Secretary of Education right now, under Obama, has said that he believes in, well, they believe in merit pay. That's the same thing for the teachers. And for the students, he believes in paying them for good grades. Well, Skinner would love this. This is absolutely down his alley. Our whole country has been subjected, and is being right now, to Pavlov. In my own little town of Bath, Maine, 4 years ago, the police in the community-oriented policing system started passing out medals to citizens who they judged were doing good deeds.
Well, now, to interrupt, the New York Times has written a bunch of articles where the public school kids are given fake tickets to write their mother or father for taking a hot bath or for leaving the water running while they brush their teeth. They're openly turning our kids into spies.
Yep.
And the Drudge Report just went live with this. They're now having the TSA invade Walmart. We know Walmart's part of this big continuity of government takeover program to train the Walmart employees to be spies now.
That's right.
Stay there, Charlotte. Let's continue with what's going on in the public schools and how to stop them. Straight ahead. We'll be right back.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
You may be arrested and or subject to other police action.
Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship. Body scanners, sound cannons, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street corner. It's only the beginning of the New World Order's hellish plan. The police state isn't coming. It's here. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or see it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. Hi, this is Alex Jones. You've heard me talk about the delicious, easy-to-fix, and very storable foods from eFoodsDirect.com. I've told you for years that eFoods Direct has the best storable food on the planet. Now it's that time of year again, and their holiday special is here. They have 2 holiday price packs for you to put into your reserves for a secure future or to share with others. The first is a 6-month bulk supply in 10 cans, and the second is a 5-week supply of quick and easy-to-fix meals, including delicious bakery items shipped in heavy tote bags. Now, for a limited time, when you order 2 or more of these special holiday packs, you'll get free shipping on your entire order. Call now, 800-409-5633, or visit them at efoodsdirect.com/Alex. That's 800-409-5633, or efoodsdirect.com/Alex. Hundreds of nations have fallen to tyranny in the last century alone. This is our last chance to not relive history.
As we're finishing off this agenda, they'll be pulling the rug from underneath Americans at home.
We have tremendous influence on our president and Congress, and they really are calling the shots.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us as American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty, and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, Who do we make the check out to?
Today, seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at prisonplanet.tv.
I have sworn upon the altar of God eternal hostility against every form of tyranny over the mind of man. Thomas Jefferson. It's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
The book was a #1 and has been #1 bestseller on the Barnes & Noble's list. #1 bestseller in the education department. This is cold-blooded what's happening, and we've got the last 800 of these books now going out of print, The Deliberate Dumbing Down of America, available at Infowars.com. I'm very excited to see people pouring in to get them. Many places they are sold for more than $100 online. We're selling them for $39.95. Again, it's the size of a phone book. These are so important to have as a historical record and to fight this enemy operation, because Charlotte Iserbyt was the head of policy, Department of Education, and she was able to put their blueprint together in one place. Again, it's available at Infowars.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139, 888-253-3139. You can also write to us at P.O. Box 19549, Austin, Texas, 78760. And look, their whole Copenhagen global tax has fallen apart. Their TSA takeover, which they now admit is a federal takeover of the streets of America and of all commerce, not just airlines. That's in trouble. When we stand up and say no, we can have an effect. Okay? So this is a great tool in that fight. Charlotte Iserbyt, please continue breaking down the new developments and the final nail in the coffin with the takeover of education and what their end game is.
Okay, well, the goal is to implement the international planned economy, and most of you know about that, using total quality management and all this and that. That's why the corporations are so deeply involved in our schools right now. And as I said, this started out when I was in my office, in the Office of Educational Research and Improvement. I saw that when Ronald Reagan set up an office in the White House for, it was called nice name, the Council for Private Sector Initiatives. My boss made a mistake sending me over to the White House as a liaison. So I went over and I just innocently said, I'm not highly educated, but when you merge the public and private sector, which is what it was all about, isn't that corporate fascism? And this lovely lady said, well, gee, I don't know whether anybody really thought of it that way. Well, they did. And that was exactly the beginning of this merger of the public and private sector, which the nicest thing you can call it is corporate fascism. But basically, it's socialism and it's communism, and it is a planned economy, and that is not the American way. Now, you can say, oh, well, that can't happen in our schools. Oh, yes, it can. It's happening through, they had to destroy the schools first to make them so horrible that parents and all would accept anything. And so they talk about school choice. It sounds so nice. That means parents are really happy. They're going to be able to put their child into a school that teaches the 3 R's and sound values. No, folks. The school choice is lethal. They're going to bring our country down and change our whole form of government.